welcome to your one-stop breakfast program on MCR TV. Good morning, Abia. It's a brand new day, brand new week, and time for another edition. Well, I'm Ruth Hams, and if you're watching us from Abia State or any part of Nigeria you're watching us from, or any part of the world, this program comes to you from Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. It educates, informs, enlightens, and keeps you abreast of what is happening in the state, in the nation, and in the world. I am Ruth Hams, and I'll be your host on today's program. And of course, I have with me Isn't it Wafo? Isn't it? Good morning.
Good morning, Ruth. Good morning, Abians.
And of course, yes, like I said, it's a brand new day. We shall be kicking off with the words to marvel, words to inspire, motivate you to do good things and to do better things and to always improve on yourself. Words to marvel this morning.
Perseverance is failing 19 times and succeeding the 20th. Perseverance is failing 19 times and succeeding the 20th.
And this is coming from Julie Andrews. Perseverance is failing 19 times and succeeding the 20th. Yes, I agree with Julie. If you look at most inventions we have today, electricity, the phones and things that we use that are benefiting us today, you find out that these people behind, the brains behind these inventions never gave up. They may have failed many times, they may have tried and tried and tried, but the power of perseverance always kept them pushing and thriving and making them want to achieve that which they have always thought out. So this morning, this is our own way of telling you to go out there, never give up. Even if you've fallen or failed 19 times, Julie is telling you the 20th time may be your own time, maybe your own turn to shine. Just look at the case of, isn't it, Abraham Lincoln, who tried many times to become the American president. But we see Abraham Lincoln, after so many attempts, in fact, he was even more than 19 times, he actually finally got to what he wanted
At the end.
Yes.
Well, perseverance is a virtue that doesn't exist in everybody, though it should be a virtue that we all should apply because it works with patience and meekness of the heart. But with this morning, I think everybody should know and believe that it's good for one to persevere no matter the situation, because if you want to succeed or get to any point in life, you need to persevere.
Yes, you need to persevere, you need to be consistent, and you need to push hard. Work smart, not just hard. These days, life is not all about working hard, it's all about working smart too. Deliberate moves, consistent moves, and you see yourself reaching the peak. Well, those are the words of marvel coming from Julie Andrews. We shall be moving to the news where Isn't it Wafo will be giving us details of the news.
On the news segment of Good Morning Abia government plans to shut down substandard private schools. Commissioner for Education, Dr. Kane Chukwuwangwa, has said. He said the minimum standard for establishment of a primary school in the state are 4 plots of land, at least 3 classrooms with a dimension of 9 meters by 12 meters, administrative block, reading room and library, basic health scheme, toilet facilities with 3 million naira bank deposits. He said that schools in residential buildings, warehouses, church halls, village and town halls, and makeshift places that fail to meet the requirements will be shut down, adding that exercise has the backing of the law. We have warned parents to take away their children from those schools that has no addresses, but they want them to remain there because they are giving them unmerited grades and pushing them to the next level, he said. It was announced that the government's decision has thrown parents and guardians off balance, as many of them believe the timing is wrong, since it is done at the middle of the academic year's second term. One of the parents said changing schools for his 5 children this January, assuming their school will be affected by the government's clampdown, will be a herculean task. He urged the State Ministry of Education to reconsider its decision and carry out the exercise in September. Other parents said most of them travel for Christmas and New Year, and as such, it will be difficult for them to start arranging for new schools for their children and works. Dr. Wangwa said the government shifted the reopening of schools from January 6th to 13th so that those who went for Christmas will come back and have the time to put their children in other schools. Following the confirmation of the outbreak of Lassa fever in Olokoro community in Abia State by the State's Ministry of Health, a medical expert has sensitized the public on the need to be on alert on how to protect themselves from the disease. The reports.
Lassa fever was first discovered in 1969 from a case in the town of Lassa in Borno State. It is a zoonotic acute viral illness transmitted by rodents. Lassa hemorrhagic illness is spread by multi-mammoth rat. Speaking to MCL News, a medical practitioner, Dr. Ugochukwu Okoro, spoke on the symptoms which include fever, headaches, bleeding, among others. He also said the disease can be transmitted from rodents to humans and through contact with infected persons.
Lassa fever is a zoonotic disease, which means you can get it from eating an animal. The animal, known as Mastomys natalensis, belongs to the group of mouse known as multi-mammoth mouse, a kind of a rat. If this rat urinates on a garret or on any food or anything, either urinates or drop its own physics on those garret or food or anything you eat, that person will be infected.
On the prevention of the disease, Dr. Gochukwu had this to say.
You don't need to eat rat again. No matter how delicious or how big the rat might be, please don't see rat meat as delicious. If you have anybody that's having chronic disease or being diagnosed of Lassa, just run away from the person. Because if the body fluids touches on you, that person is infected. You don't allow refuge, all these refuse dumps, to be near your house. And that's why we're saying that government should try as much they could to make sure that they remove all the refuse that are near to the house or any place people are living, because from there they can breed so many rodents. There's treatment. It was first discovered in 1979 by a man known as Professor Joe, I think Markbrick. This man discovered a drug known as ribavirin. This ribavirin, you can give it as tablets, you can give it as injections, which if Lassa fever is diagnosed early and discovered early, and these drugs are given, you have a good prognosis.
According to the respondent, early prognosis and diagnosis is key in the treatment of patients with Lassa fever. He called on the government of Abia State to create a Lassa fever control office, which will see to the quick response and treatment of patients with Lassa fever. He also called on governmental and non-governmental organizations to organize orientation programs for the masses, workshops and training for medical personnel, as this will go a long way to eradicate the fever from the state. He also reiterated the importance of personal hygiene as the most efficient preventive measure against the disease. Ruth Ohams, MCL News.
Tragedy struck at Umobom in the Idasisa local government area of Imo State as one Sunday Agwim allegedly murdered his mother, Christina Agwim. A police spokesperson in the state, Orlando Ikoku, told newsmen that the 47-year-old suspect has been arrested for killing his mother. He said, "We received intelligence from one Jordan Byonwo, a security coordinator at Umobom, who revealed that one Sunday Agwim, 47, killed his mother, one Christina Agwim, 62, hitting a hammer and a machete on her head and completely grounded the head into powder beyond recognition with the hammer." The scene was immediately visited and the suspect was arrested and exhibits recovered. The corpse was not taken to the mortuary because of the damage to the head. Rather, coroner's forms were completed and a doctor from the UTH in Newi, Anambra State, conducted an autopsy on the corpse to enable the burial to take place. In his confessional statement, the suspect stated that he never knew what came upon him. The police spokesperson added that the suspect should be charged at the end of the investigation. Meanwhile, the blogger Uche Akunacha 41 has died after jumping down from a two-story building he entered to steal. The police spokesperson in the state, Orlando Ikoku, on Sunday said that Akunacha was running away from the apartment of one Tochukwu Okafo when he jumped out and died. Ikoku explained that Okafo tried to prevent the blogger from running out of the room by raising the alarm, adding that the thief managed to escape and jumped to his death. It was gathered that the blogger landed on his head, a situation that gave him no chance of survival, though he was rushed to hospital. He said one Tochukwu Okafo of the College Road, Mugidi, reported that he came back to his house and saw his door key damaged. On entering, he saw a man with a spanner ransacking his room, and he prevented the thief from running out of the room and raised the alarm. The hoodlum managed to free himself and jump down from the corridor of the two-story building and landed on his head. The police spokesman added that the blogger made a confessional statement which was recorded, adding that his wife came to see him at hospital before he died. He was rushed to a hospital where he gave his name as Uche Akunacha 41 from Amakoha, Owerri. He made a confessional video recorded statement on his dying bed, and his wife was contacted before he died, Ikoku stressed. The multinational Joint Task Force has killed a high-ranking Islamic State West African Province commander, Khalifa Umar, in an airstrike in the Lake Chad Basin. Umar, who is a high-value target, was neutralized on Saturday in Tombom, Sabon. Disclosing this in a statement on Sunday, Chief of Military Public Information, MNJTF Colonel Timothy Antiga, said 3 other senior commanders of ISWAP were also neutralized in a separate engagement in Kwalaram. He stated that in continuation of the ongoing offensive operations against the Islamic State West African Province and other purveyors of violence and instability in the Lake Chad Basin, the Air Task Force of the MNJTF neutralized the third-ranking commander in ISWAP leadership echelon, Ahmed Khalifa Umar. Khalifa was a high-value target, considering that he is also the chief judge of ISWAP. Antiga revealed that an airstrike on an ISWAP training camp in Tombom, Madai 3 days ago led to the neutralizing terrorists. The 2 customs officers kidnapped last Wednesday by bandits in Katsina State were unconditionally released on Sunday morning. The commander of the 17th Brigade of the Nigerian Army, Katsina, Brigadier General Wara Idris, broke the news. Idris, in a statement, says apart from releasing the customs officers, the bandits also demanded negotiation with the military on how to end banditry. The statement read in part, I quote, "The ongoing intensive operations of the OPHD and 8th Division Nigerian Army, which commenced in the past few days with attacks on the hideouts of bandits, have led to the neutralization of several bandits and forced many of their leaders to sue for peace." The bandits, who earlier kidnapped 2 customs officers on January 8, 2020 at Malamawa town in the Jibia local government area of Katsina State, has called for peace. The bandits, after testing the minds of the Nigerian military, have unconditionally released the 2 customs officers to the headquarters 17 Brigade in the wee hours of Sunday, January 12, 2020. Some leaders of the bandits who sent messages through emissaries to the acting general officer commanding 8th Division Nigerian Army have indicated readiness to unconditionally embrace peace. The military will continue to remain resolute to ensure the complete disarming of bandits before considering the peace deal as earlier announced by the various states in the Northwest. End of quote. The brigade spokesman, Captain Kayode Owolabi, who also spoke on the incident, said the troops will not rest until Katsina and other states with similar challenges we are rid of banditry and similar crimes. And on the foreign scene, the United States Secretary of State Mike Pompeo on Sunday said that he is outraged by another missile attack on an Iraq air base where U.S. forces has been stationed, as neighboring Iran signaled a wish to de-escalate tensions. Outraged by reports of another rocket attack on an Iraq air base, Pompeo tweeted, "These continued violations of Iraq's sovereignty by groups not loyal to the Iraq government must end. There is no immediate claim of responsibility for Sunday's rocket attacks in which the Iraqi military said 8 missiles wounded 2 Iraq officers and 2 airmen. The U.S. has previously blamed such attacks on Iraq-backed groups in Iraq. The Al-Balad base has held a small U.S. Air Force contingent as well as American contractors, but most were evacuated following a sharp rise in friction between the U.S. and Iran over the past 2 weeks, military sources told newsmen. Al-Balad is the main air base for Iraq's F-16s, which it bought from the U.S. Military bases hosting U.S. troops has been subject in recent months to rocket and mortar attacks that have mostly wounded Iraq forces, but also killed 1 American contractor last month. The death set off a series of dramatic developments, with the U.S. carrying out deadly strikes against a pro-Iran paramilitary group in Iraq, as well as a convoy carrying top Iranian commander Qasem Soleimani outside the Baghdad airport. Pro-Iran factions in Iraq has vowed revenge for those raids. And with that news, we're going for a break. More news headlines will come your way from the newspaper review. Do stay with us.
One-stop breakfast show on TV.
Amazing Christmas and New Year at the Address Hotel and Suites, 18 Ababa Road, Omohilaba, Abia State. Enjoy 50% off our rack rates with complimentary breakfast from 15 December 2019 to 15 January 2020. Features music with DJ Kling, spa at our Magic Touch Lounge, comedy clinic from Fridays to Sundays, special address pizza, fresh mocktails and cocktails, swimming pool party, games and lots more. 1st January 2020 family brunch and barbecue, menu African and international delicacies at the pool arena, featuring gym and swimming available all day with an instructor, use of Wi-Fi unlimited, weekend getaways, shuttle available on request. Visit our Magic Touch Lounge, where we give the mother's touch a full body oil massage for massive relaxation and refreshing sensation, facials, body polish, excellent cosmetics for a glowing and flawless skin, good for your skin type, stretch mark, knuckles removal, body steaming, sauna bath, and skin treatment. We shall pamper to give you that glowing, rejuvenated, youthful skin you admire with our professional skincare routine. Our spa and beauty services is simply the best in town. So when you think about quality, think of Magic Touch Beauty Spa and Cosmetics. For more inquiries, call 08100000895, 08100000896, or you can email us at reservations@addresshotelandsuitesaba.com. You can visit our website on www.addresshotelandsuitesaba.com. Media partners: MCL TV Aba, Magic 102.9 FM Aba. The Address Hotel and Suite, the pride of hospitality and tourism. Hello, my name is Ruti. You can now watch your favorite TV station, MCO TV, anywhere you are around the world by following the simple procedure. Step 1. Go to Play Store and download the Next TV app. Step 2. Look out for the Next TV logo. Step 3. Sign in with your email, Facebook or Google account. Step 4. Click on entertainment to view MCO TV ARC TV channel. Step 5. Swipe to find MCO TV ARC TV. Enjoy 24 hours entertainment at your comfort. You can follow us on all our social media handle on Twitter at twitter.com/@MCOTV Network, on YouTube at MCOTV YouTube/MCOTV Network, or Facebook web.facebook/MCOTVNetwork.com, or you can WhatsApp on the number 080-330-03356. For more information on MCO TV app, please call the MCO TV customer care number 070-329-80089, 080-5722-2040, or 080-3737-3985. MCO TV, the world in your home.
In the resurrection.
Celebration of life. Glorious transition of a liver extraordinaire. The Nkwoji family of Umatolo Awovu village, Enugu in Anambra State, cordially invites you to the glorious homegoing of Elder Sir Gabriel Chinyere Nkwoji, KSA Wireless Text Commercial Company Limited, aged 88. Funeral arrangement 13 December 2019. Service of songs in the United States of America. Time 8:30 p.m. Venue the Unique Event Center, 801W Victoria Street, Suite G, Carson, CA 90220. 15 January 2020. Commendation service, time 11 a.m. Venue St. Michael's Anglican Cathedral, Abia State. 16 January 2020. Night of Tribute, time 4:30 p.m. Venue His Country Home, Nkwoji Close, Umatolo Awovu Village, Enugu, Anambra State. 17 January 2020, Lyman State at his country home, time 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Commendation service, time 10 a.m. at St. Monica's Anglican Church, Umatolo Awovu, Enugu, Anambra State. 18 January 2020, condolence visit continues with his in-laws, family, colleagues, among others. 19 January 2020, outing service at St. Monica's Anglican Church, Umatolo Awovu, Enugu, Anambra State. For inquiry and more information, call OK Nkwoji on 080-3595-7850 or 090-840-70730. May his gentle soul rest in perfect peace. Amen. Sign, OK Nkwoji.
Do not deface Abia State with posters. Do not defecate on our streets. Do not litter Abia State.
My brothers, I say wetin man go do for this world where people no go talk. If you chop,
Do not urinate in public places.
you no chop, dem go talk. Wetin make we do for this world? I say make we dey do the things wey we carry for heart. Na so world want am. Abi no be so?
Keep Abia State clean. This message is brought to you by MCL TV.
Welcome to MCO Customer Care Service Information. Please listen to the following instruction upon observation of any of the following on your television screen. Bad signal. Kindly check the positioning of your antenna or system wire connection. Initial card failure or card error. Please remove and bring your smart card to the office. Once your subscription airtime expires, program rewrite or time expired will appear on the screen of your TV set. If you pay for the renewal of your subscription, please leave it on channel 7 for a couple of minutes. When there is a heavy thunderstorm, unplug power cord from the socket. For more inquiry, call us on 080-3737-3985 or in Homa on 080-6382-0685. Or you can call the technical department 081-4018-1602 or visit our accredited agents around the state.
One-stop breakfast show on TV. One-stop breakfast show on TV. One-stop breakfast show on TV.
Hello, my name is Ruthie. You can now watch your favorite TV station, MCO TV, anywhere you are around the world by following the simple procedure. Step 1. Go to Play Store and download the Next TV app. Step 2. Look out for the Next TV logo. Step 3. Sign in with your email, Facebook or Google account. Step 4. Click on entertainment to view MCO TV ARC TV channel. Step 5. Swipe to find MCO TV ARC TV. Enjoy 24 hours entertainment at your comfort. You can follow us on all our social media handle on Twitter at twitter.com/@MCOTV Network, on YouTube at MCOTV YouTube/MCOTV Network, or Facebook web.facebook/MCOTVNetwork.com, or you can WhatsApp on the number 080-330-03356. For more information on MCO TV app, please call the MCO TV customer care number 070-329-80089, 080-5722-2040, or 080-3737-3985. MCO TV, the world in your home.
One-stop breakfast show on TV.
Welcome back. You're still into One Stop Breakfast program on MCO TV. Good morning out there. And it's time for us to see, review what the papers are saying. To do that, Eusebio Substance will be doing just that this morning. Good morning to you, Eusebio.
Good morning, Roots. Good morning, Abians. It's a wonderful day. Today we are going to see what the papers are for all of us. On the Daily Sun today, at the right hand of the bad hand, we have Soko Wells, Bayelsa appeals judgment, 5 day of execution. that we can find on page 42. Below the masthead, we have a Supreme Court rules on river pools. Tension as Ihedioha, Autumn, Camberwell, no faith today. That's on page 40. On the right side, again, men calls for release of Oka brothers to work with Jonathan on peace in Niger Delta, page 45. Global Funds earmarks $890 million to fight HIV, TB, and malaria in Nigeria. 2023, crisis brews in PDP as stakeholders move against second and others. Tension mounts in state chapters that we find in page 6. The picture element here is the former president Goodluck Jonathan with his wife Dem Patience and the governor of Rivers State when they visited the governor of Rivers State just a week at Port Harcourt yesterday during the weekend. Then we have this. We are yet to get a 7 billion naira NAS renovation budget, FCDA. At the back page of Daily Sun, you have Kashmir Ibokwe on Biafra and 50 years of unending war. That you can read on page 47 at the back page. AFN crisis. NOC panel in Dice Guzo, page 46. On public forum by Donatus Ikem Mwabugu Jr., P2B and the rest of us. And it has a rider there. As social science scholars throughout the world acknowledge only a leader considered by his followers as caring can be successful. On this score, P2B's performance in office was abysmal. That is the end of Daily Sun. We come to the Nation newspaper. Above the masthead, INEC may opt for e-result transmission, agency on consultation. That's on page 12. Then CBN defends Naira with $16.5 billion in 12 months. 8.3 billion in futures market. That's you find on page 12. PDP, Obaseki clash over MTAO treasury. Allegation baseless, says the governor. That you find on page 12 as well. Below the masthead, inside, man kills mom in Imo. That's on page 4. And gunmen attack Federal Safety Corps official in Ebonyi State. That you find on page 5. Experts caution federal government on 30 billion loan plan. Sokuayi Wells, Bayelsa government appeals verdict. The main headline says NDDC begins contract audit in Rivers State, in Imo, Delta, and others. Contractors with fake payment certificates to be arrested. The feature element, the photograph on the front page here says, from left to the Niger Delta Development Commission, acting as Executive Director of Finance and Administration, Chief Iban Abasi Etan, the acting Managing Director, Bene, Dr. Joy Nunye, and Verification Committee Chairman, NDDC Executive Director of Projects, Dr. Cairo Ojobo, during the inauguration of the committee in Port Harcourt at the weekend. Down there you have anxiety as Supreme Court considers Ihedioha's and 6 others failed today. Imo State Governor and the other 6 other states will know their fate at the Supreme Court on the ruling over their elections. Down the line you have Army to Niger Delta monarchs. Caution your use on oil theft and other crimes. That you find on page 12. At the back page of the Nation, on the right point, at the side of the masthead, you have Today in the Nation. The point is not whether money rituals work, but that the love of money should never be taken to extremes. Femi Macaulay. And Sam Omashaya in touch. He has a topic, Peak of the Year. And you can see a picture element of the late Baba and others. Comeback person, silver bullets. That's the former governor of Bayelsa State. Then we have a picture of Joshua, the boxing heavyweight champion with the title He Reigned, and then my book. Then on hardball you have POS Police and the Ripples, estimated billing biggest fraud, says lawmaker. Yes, biggest scam. We go back to New Telegraph. New Telegraph, above the asset, you have Nigeria spent 6.97 billion naira to watch films in 2019. Dangote targets 30 billion naira revenue in 2 years. That you find in page 5. Under the masthead, you have Bayelsa appeals judgment ceding Soku oil wells to Rivers State. The GOC 7th Division dances with wounded troops in hospital. That you find on page 4. 50,000 apply for 1,000 teaching jobs in Lagos. That you find on page 2. I lived inside London buses for 21 years. That's a Nigerian says so. That's page 37. The main headline says 6.1 trillion naira debt. Banks begin seizure of oil firms' assets. Chevron, Total, ExxonMobil line up foreign lenders for asset sale. CBN, non-oil exporters earned 5.4 billion naira in 11 months. That's in page 2. The picture that is on the front page here is a picture of the Akwa Ibom State Governor. Okay, Akwa Ibom State Commissioner of Police, Imelime Edgar, and the Brigade Commander, Major General Lamaja, Commanding Officer and Rear Admiral Marvin Yewere, with the Governor, Emmanuel Odom, doing an international Thanksgiving service in commemoration of the 2020 Armed Forces Remembrance Day. You will recall that on January 15, it's always the day for Armed Forces Remembrance to honor our heroes who gave their lives to keep Nigeria one. Operation Amotekun. The IGP, the Inspector General of Police, disagrees with governors on details, strategy and control. And from information from the police sources, they are saying that the personnel of Operation Amotekun can only bear den guns, not AK-47. I think that's the wrong thing to say, because they are going to fight against people who are carrying AK-47 and you are saying they should carry den guns. That's wrong. At the back page of New Telegraph, we have on the right hand side of the masthead, let's rebuild on Dasuki Sowore momentum. That's page 14. And on the marble, it says, accept responsibility for your life. Know that it is you who will get you where you want to go, no one else, like Leo Brown. Open forum. Sowore Dasuki's detention in defiance of court orders. And it writes here, if the federal government has genuinely decided to embrace the rule of law, it has to comply with all valid and subsisting court orders and respect the human rights of the Nigerian people. And on the right hand side, you have High Chief Osibanjo Tinubu Atiku reunite at Ribadu's son's wedding. No permanent friend, no permanent enemy. That's the last you can take on the newspapers. If you go out this morning, you choose, go and pick any of them, and you're able to know what has happened in our society today. Roots, back to you, Roots.
Thank you very much. You save your substance. And that does it for the newspaper review. We shall be going on a break. When we come back, it shall be time for us to discuss. We shall be looking at security challenges in Nigeria and the way forward. Just like you said, we read in one of the papers that they are not taking security outfit. Do you see that replicated in the southwest? Sorry, do you see that replicated in the southeast? What is the way forward? Can it be replicated in other geopolitical zones? Then I'll be after the break. Please stay with us.
Show on TV.
Do not deface Abia State with posters. Do not defecate on our streets. Do not litter Abia State.
My brothers, I say wetin man go do for this world where people no go talk. If you chop,
Do not urinate in public places.
you no chop, dem go talk. Wetin make you do for this world? I say make we go do the things wey we carry for heart. Na so one want am. Abi no be so?
Keep Abia State clean. This message is brought to you by MCL TV.
Good morning, Abia. Your one-stop breakfast show on TV.
My name is Ruthie. You can now watch your favorite TV station, MCO TV, anywhere you are around the world by following the simple procedure. Step 1. Go to Play Store and download the Next TV app. Step 2. Look out for the Next TV logo. Step 3. Sign in with your email, Facebook, or Google account. Step 4. Click on entertainment to view MCO TV ARC TV channel. Step 5. Swipe to find MCO TV ARC TV. Enjoy 24 hours entertainment at your comfort. You can follow us on all our social media handle on Twitter at twitter.com/@MCO TV Network, on YouTube at MCO TV YouTube/MCO TV Network, or Facebook web.facebook/MCO TV Network.com, or you can WhatsApp on the number 080-330-03356. For more information on MCO TV app, please call the MCO TV customer care number 070-329-80089, 080-5722-2040, or 080-3737-3985. MCO TV, the world is your home. Welcome to MCO Customer Care Service Information. Please listen to the following instruction upon observation of any of the following on your television screen. Bad signal. Kindly check the positioning of your antenna or system wire connection. Initial card failure or card error. Your smart card to the office. Once your subscription airtime expires, program rewrite or time expired will appear on the screen of your TV set. If you pay for the renewal of the subscription, please leave it on channel 7 for a couple of minutes. When there is a heavy thunderstorm, unplug power cord from the socket. For more inquiry, call us on 080-3737-3985 or in Homa on 080-6382-0685. Or you can call the technical department 081-4018-1602 or visit our accredited agents around the state. MCO, the world in your home. Hello, my name is
one-stop breakfast show on TV.
Do not deface Abia State with posters. Do not defecate on our streets. Do not litter Abia State.
My brothers, I say wetin man go do for this world where people no go talk. If you chop,
Do not urinate in public places.
you no chop, dem go talk. Wetin make we do for this world? I say make we dey do the things wey we carry for heart. Na so world want am. Abi no be so?
Keep Abia State clean. This message is brought to you by MCL TV.
Welcome to MCL Customer Care Service Information. Please listen to the following instruction upon observation of any of the following on your television screen. Bad signal. Kindly check the positioning of your antenna or system wire connections. Initial card failure or card error. Please remove and bring your smart card to the office. Once your subscription airtime expires, program rewrite or time expired will appear on the screen of your TV set. If you pay for the renewal of your subscription, please leave it on channel 7 for a couple of minutes. When there is a heavy thunderstorm, unplug power cord from the socket. For more inquiry, call us on 08037373985 or in Homa on 08063820685. Or you can call the technical department 08140181602 or visit our accredited agents around the state.
One-stop breakfast show on TV. One-stop breakfast show on TV. breakfast show on TV. One-stop breakfast show on TV. One-stop breakfast show on TV.
Welcome back, and you're still on to your one-stop breakfast program on MCL TV. Good morning, Abia. It's time for us to discuss. Like I said earlier, we shall be looking at security, cases of insecurity or cases of kidnapping and other vices happening in various parts of Nigeria. It's no longer news that some seminarians were kidnapped from a seminary school in Kaduna, though the security agencies say they are working on finding the seminarians and of course putting an end to the various security issues in the country. Now, what is the way forward? And we shall be looking also at the operation undertaken by the southwestern part of Nigeria. The southwestern state governors, we're talking about Lagos, Ogun, or Osun, came up together to launch a security outfit. Amotekun simply means leopard, is a Yoruba language, and we are asking, can this be replicated in the Southeast? To discuss this topic with us, I have with me Good Luck Ebu. He is the President General, Coalition of Southeast Youth Leaders. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Good morning.
And of course, we have Vitus Chima. He's the political analyst. Welcome to the program, Vitus.
Welcome. Thank you very much.
Welcome to the program, gentlemen. Now let us start with security. So far, what is your take on the situation of security, the situation report? What can you say? Has Nigeria fared well? Can we say Nigeria is truly a secure state? Can we say that her citizens are being protected by those who have been charged to do so?
Well, yes, in some states there is no security challenges like what we have in the northeast, mainly Borno, Zamfara, and other states. But here in the southeast, the security agencies are doing well, our governments are doing well, and even in the southwest, the IG
is doing well. But where we have serious security challenges in Zamfara, the bandits have sacked some persons from their villages on the same issue. Here in Abia, the Commissioner of Police is doing very well, CP, NLCO, and also the SARS operatives. On Monday, 6th of January, it was widely reported that the SARS arrested 5 kidnappers in the Chalanga who had been terrorizing people, for kidnapping for ransom and committing other violent crimes. So the SARS, led by their leader and their commander, SP Obioguru John Bull, arrested those kidnappers, and most people are in detention, and the commissioner said they will be charged to court so that the law will take its full course. So I believe in Abia here, the commissioner of police and the leader of the SARS, their commander, SP Obioguru John Bull, is doing very well.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, Mrs. Chima, do you agree with what Good Luck has said?
Actually, we are not where we used to be. We are not also where we are ought to be. But what I'm saying is that there is improvement from the security outfit, both in Southeast here and other parts of Nigeria. But the truth is that Nigeria is still under-policed because our security agents, that's a police force, the number we have already is nothing to write home about when you compare it to the number of persons we have as our population, general population in Nigeria. But when you come to Abia State here, just like he mentioned, not only in Isiabanwa, I think this week or last week, the same thing happened in Obinwe, where another kidnapper was arrested with some rifles. And the police also say they are going to charge him to the court. So when you look at these things, you see there is improvement in such areas. And but nevertheless, we are not yet there where we our expectations. We are not yet there. But because until we have a crime and violence-free society, that is when we say that we have adequate security within our neighborhood and entire society or the states. So for now, there is improvement. The police, the SARS, and other paramilitary agencies, they are trying for now. Just like this past Yuletide Christmas and New Year celebration, we didn't have much, violence, robbery, attack on the highways as it used to be in other places. That shows you that they were on top of the game. So kudos to them.
Could that be, you said something about the youth, could that be as a result of the numerous checkpoints that we have that actually stopped the vices from happening?
Part of it, and secondly, you know that the SARS, unlike before, the SARS people, I must commend them, they are almost everywhere. If you go to communities, interior communities, you see SARS moving here and there. They are moving, searching people, searching vehicles, and on the road, with information. I think that a lot help to ensure there is a security, adequate security for the people that travel within this time.
Okay, now let us actually. It seems like, yes, Nigeria, like you said, Nigeria is moving forward when it comes to security and securing the nation. Let us look at this Operation Amotekun. Is it a welcome development to you? Because while some are allowed in it, some Nigerians are not allowed in it. What's your view about the security outfit by the south and western part of Nigeria?
Well, I must commend that this is a very welcome development for the southwest to come together and form a security outfit for security of their region. And if you look at the modus operandi of that operation or that outfit, I believe that it will go a long way to assist the security agencies to ensure that the southwest is free from crime. So it is a very welcome development, and I think and I believe that the southeast should also emulate from the southwest. if the Southeast can come together and do the same thing that the Southwest have done, it will go a long way to ensure that our society is free from crime and other violent, crimes. So I think that outfit is very, very good, and we should commend the governors for coming out with such a brilliant idea of securing the region.
If it is, what's the reaction about the new outfits?
Well, over the years there has been a lot of fear when we talk about state police because of the way our politicians and more especially our governors are handling things. People generally believe that they will turn them to political dogs.
Before you get to that, your reaction about when you heard about the Amotekun,
yes,
what's the reaction? Were you pleased with it? Were you not pleased with it? We'll get to that because that's one of the fears that people have about that.
Yes. The governors are the chief securities of their states, and whatever good opinion or a good motive they have to bring adequate securities to their people must be commended. So if there is if this, what I'm trying to say is that this is commendable, it's a right step in the right direction, in as much as there is no ulterior motive behind it. We must commend them.
Okay, now moving to what you are, so people are allaying fears about Amotekun that this could be a way of raising people who may try to break out from Nigeria. Some people are allaying fears that Amotekun may now evolve into a social, a kind of group organization that would now be agitating to break out from Nigeria. Do you allay such fears too?
Well, if we go by that insinuation, then we'll also bring it down to East here, where in the previous time we have Abia State Vigilant Group, and they are still operational now. So why is it that they have not helped the Southeast people, the people who are agitating for sovereign state of Biafra, to achieve that? Currently, the Abia State government is also trying to do addition to that by recruiting other people, to have a community policing or whatever, security for the communities. So everybody has their right to say their mind or their opinion, but what we must say is that those places are under policed, and the governors have to provide adequate security to the state they are leading, and they have taken a right step in the right direction, not minding what people may say, not minding what the political opposition parties may interpret it to be. But let's watch and see. But though that the police now, the news yesterday, they say that they will not tolerate them.
We'll get to that because, we'll get to that. I wanted to ask you that question, but just hold on to your thought. Now, do you allay such fears that Amotekun may evolve into not just a security outfit, but a group that will start agitating to break out from Nigeria?
I don't believe in such situation. Anybody that might be saying that is absolute balderdash. You cannot say because some region came together to form a group for their own welfare, and you now begin to allege fear they are going to use it to achieve their own country. There's nothing like that. They are trying to assist the police so that they can achieve a better result in their region. The truth is that the country is under policed. We don't have enough police personnel to police our villages and our communities adequately. So that particular outfit is to assist the police. In policing, if you check, like for example, the police force, somebody from Adamawa might be made a commissioner of police. He doesn't know the ground. So you need an individual who knows all the bushes, all the nooks and crannies of that place to assist you deliver your duty. So this outfit will assist the police to give them vital information, to give them information or intelligence on how to be able to police the Southwest. So that is the way.
And the police force is saying that they will not tolerate, just like Chima was trying to say, having a joint patrol with this outfit. one of the reasons that they're not trained. Don't you see this as a lacuna in the outfit?
The truth is that those that outfit is supposed to work in synergy with the police, and it would be wrong to say they should be moving as a patrol team. They should be informing the police, or if they make arrests, they'll hand over to the police to prosecute those persons. So it is a kind of an organization that will assist the police achieve this.
But you say that it is not going to conflict with the actions of the police. Theirs is to, because they were sourced locally. Don't you think they should be trained? Because, in trying to handle bandits, these bandits are not trained in Nigeria. They have sophisticated weapons. So if the men who have been recruited to work in this outfit have to work or have to, be effective, don't you think they need training? Don't you think the police is right in saying that they won't have work hand in hand with this outfit? But they're not trained. These are, some of them are hunters, some of them are people who are into their normal local vigilante groups.
Yes, it is good that they should be trained so that they can be able to deliver optimally in their duties. But I must say it would be wrong to say they should be patrolling with the police. They should be giving police information, or if they make an arrest,
how will they arrest when they're not trained for it?
No. Look at it. Even before now, in the olden days, the youths are the main people that secure their communities at that olden time, even when they were not trained. These youths, some of them have the energy, they are agile, they have the information. So what I think it should be done is for them to work in tandem with the police, to assist the police. They shouldn't be patrolling with the police as if they are on the same level. If you allow it to be like it, before you know it, they will not begin to believe they are higher than the police. It is the duty of the police to police the communities. Now these people should assist the police, deliver on its results. Not to say they are now equal with the police. No.
But okay, they're not saying they're equal.
When you say they should patrol together, it's as if you are saying they are now the center. Like in Abia State, we have the vacancy. When they arrest, they hand over to the police. They are not allowed to detain anybody. They are not allowed. They can't even take a suspect to the court. It is only the police that is authorized by law to do that. So when they do any arrest, they should hand over to the police. And now the police will not prosecute. That is the point.
Okay.
They are just to help the police achieve, a better result in their region.
Okay. Mr. Vitus, do you see any clash in duties, the constitutional duties of the police? I look like the police have said they won't work with this man because they're not trained. Don't you think there are two questions? Don't you think, one, this man should be trained and given professional training? Not just local training, but they should be sent out on courses and taught how to handle and tackle insecurity. Don't you think the police is right when they said these men are not trained, so they cannot work with them?
Well, I believe in training and retraining. Even the police themselves, most of the police personnel, they need training and retraining. Most of them. So I also believe that a local man that is being recruited into security outfit should also be trained. But I must put the police wrong if they say they will not allow them, because we have so many cases in so many states where these bandits wear police uniform, wear army uniform, and attack communities. They come in form of army personnel with their Land Rovers and so on and so forth, armored cars, and attack communities. And the story has told us that it is youth from these communities that resist them, including women, generally resist them and over-empower them. Some of them came through the waterways and then attack communities. And then when the neighboring communities had it, they have to recruit themselves, they have to mobilize themselves and say these things that happen in the neighboring communities will not happen to us. So if such persons have such zeal to protect their communities, if they are being empowered by the law, they will do better. So what we are trying to say is that, one, we are under police, so we need more people, and then we need people, the local vigilantes, those who know the waterways of their communities, those who know the nooks and crannies, the bushes, to be able to comb this bandit from the community. So the police should allow them, in as much as the chief secretaries of their state, be the governors, are the ones behind it, then the police should back them up, in their own little way, and then allow them to go. They are not going to prosecute people. What they are going to do is to arrest and then hand over to police to track and see if those people are bandits or not. They are not going to, take laws into their hands unless, proven otherwise. So I think police should give them a soft landing because of what is happening currently. Unless there is any ulterior motive behind what police people are doing, because just like I said, some of these bandits, they wear police uniform. Some of them, they wear army uniform. Some of them, you even see them with guns. I mean, not just ordinary guns. Not just ordinary guns. So why wouldn't the police allow them to secure their communities? In your own village, how many security people have you seen here? In my own village, I cannot count of one police. But I know that in my own village recently, I saw the local security people pursuing kidnappers who kidnapped somebody all the way from Abia in another year, and they were passing through our community and they were told that look at what is going on. Through phone call, the people they are told the people at this particular direction that so people are coming with so can attack them, block them, and then when they saw these people, they turn back and divert because what? There is local vigilantes on ground. If the community accepts them and their full data is with the community, so that you can know that this person is part of this vigilante and look at his address. If he turns to be a criminal tomorrow, we are going to go after him. Then allow him to operate. You
made an allegation, you said something, let's deviate a little bit, that some of these bandits wear uniforms of police officers.
Yes.
Army officers, and they even come in security, the outfits vehicles to actually maybe harass or molest residents of that community. Now, who is these people? Are you sure they are not part of the force, or do you see any relationship or any agreement between the security agencies and these people? Because people cannot just wear uniforms and even drive cars of security without people from the security agents conniving and working hand in hand with those bandits.
That is the insinuation. And that is why you remember what happened in 2010 during the kidnapping saga of Osikago. When the military men came to Abia State, they say that before they allow the Bakassi people to operate, they must be on uniform. If not, if they see anybody on gun, with gun, they will shoot. They will shoot aside. That was why the Bakassi people began to wear uniform. So what I'm trying to say is that these same Ogun State, Ekiti State, and Lagos State locally recruited security people should be not only be licensed to operate by their governments, but they should also have their uniform. I mean uniform that when you see them, you know they are the ones. So that the police will partner with them. And then their modus operandi should be, be able to be defined. So that they will not go out of contest. And then police should allow them to operate. So you now see that on the other way around, if we see people who are coming with security uniforms, and at the end of the day, instead of them protecting the citizens, they are attacking them. And then you see very close to them, you see an army checkpoint. Very close to them, you see police station. And this attack is being done, and they, at the end of the day, they disappear without being arrested. Then the police or the army people should answer for it. It is their duty to be on alert.
Okay. Now, let us look at the operation Amotekun. Do you see it being replicated in the southeast? Do you see the possibility of this happening? Because Ohaneze has actually come out to commend the moves by these governors and saying that very soon Southeast will have its own, the operation Obunigwe. Okay, so do you see this happening in the Southeast? How possible, how likely are we to see this happening?
Yes, I believe that it is possible to replicate it in the Southeast. The Southeast chairman of Governors Forum, Governor Biden, he have achieved a lot of positive results before now, and I believe that he has the interest of the people at heart, and you have done very well as a governor. So I think he will also initiate the move so that the Southeast will have a security outfit. Like when we had a security issue in Enugu State, the governor of Enugu, Governor Ugwai, tackled it, and the whole place became calm.
You know, Anambra was actually on the verge of having its own security outfit. I don't think each state would love to have their own outfit instead of coming together to have a collective security outfit.
No, when the Southeast agrees to have a security outfit, it doesn't mean that they will dissolve the existing state security outfit. Because the state of Southeast will have boundaries, and we are neighbors, so it will be good for them to have one outfit that will be, working together to ensure that the region is secured from either a listening attack or any kidnapping or violent crime. If they come together to form such a security outfit that will bring together the Southeast, I think it's very good. It is a welcome development that they should do, so that we know that this region is secured from any external attack. Recently we had a situation whereby some persons were coming into Ebonyi State, no identity, we don't even know where they are coming from. Everywhere moving around. So we need such thing so that we will ensure that we know those who are coming to the region and know who they are and follow them and make sure that they will not commit any crime in the Southeast. It's a very, very important thing that the governors of Southeast must do to ensure that we have a security outfit that will protect the entire region. Because even before now, the Southeast was the 5 Southeast states was one state before. So it will be this outfit to ensure that the 5 states come together as a brother to work together.
Okay, thank you very much. Now to you, Mr. Vitus Chima, do you see this being replicated in the southeastern states?
Well, I'm yet to see it happen, but as a regional something. But if you talk about state something, then I now know that it's workable, because we need to tell ourselves the truth in Southeast. We are here to be united. We are here to push a common goal. But I know that before now, the Enugu state governor recruited his own people, and he called it forest guys, and they are operational right now. And the various other states, they have their own state security outfit. But coming together as a regional something, let's see what David Mahi will come up with. But we must tell ourselves this in truth. Where we have a state governor from this political party, another one from another political party, another one from another political party, and they will call for a meeting, and you see this one will not attend, over and over and over he will not attend. I'm yet to believe if they will agree to have, a regional.
But thinking about political affiliation, I mean, the southwestern states, they don't belong to one party. But we'll hold on. We shall be going on a break, and when we come back, Good Morning Abia continues. Don't go anywhere.
Stop breakfast show on TV.
Welcome back, and it's still one-stop breakfast program on MCR TV. Good morning, Abia. And we have been looking at security in Nigeria, and we're narrowing it down to operation and more taken by the southwestern states. Well, 6 southwestern state governors came together to actually initiate a security outfit that will look into tackling insecurity in their state. And now we are asking, can this be done in the southeastern states? Can the governors come together to unite to achieve this feat done by their counterparts in the southwestern states. And Mr. Vitus Chima and Mr. Bullock have been doing this with me, discussing this particular subject with me. Well, you were saying something before we went to the break, Mr. Vitus Chima, but before that, the phone line will be on for you to call in to contribute and your opinion and to tell us your own, to tell us what you think about this particular topic we have been discussing this morning. You were saying something before we went on that break, Mr. Vitus.
Yes, I was saying a situation whereby you have a state governor, this one is from PDP, this one is from Abia, this one is from APC, and they refuse to agree among themselves because of their different political platforms. And then this other one is submitting to the powers that be at the federal level. This other one is disagreeing. And as is a region we have not agreed on common thing, how much more this other one that is a mega something?
But what sorry to interrupt you. Now, but the southwestern states, their governors don't belong to a party. They are from different parties, but yet they could come together. Are you trying to say that our governments cannot come together just like that? But most of them are PDP and some are APC. But they came together to achieve this feat.
The truth is that we politicize everything in Southeast. We are yet to even agree as Abia State people, as Abia State, we are yet to agree among ourselves. Not alone Abia State agreeing with Anambra, not alone Anambra agreeing with him or you agreeing with the state or Enugu. We are yet to agree even within Abia State here. We are yet to agree within the communities. Within the community, we are yet to agree. So that is the problem. We politicize everything. We read meaning in everything to everything, and we give it different interpretations. Not minding that these things are things that the general public is in dire need of. So we give a different interpretation. At the end of the day, we divert our attention. You know, that is the thing, bring sentiment into it. So I am yet to see these things work. And again, we must also, ask ourselves questions. The state governors, will they be able to pay these people? Because as it stands now, we are told that even the Bakassi people are owned 19 months. And then you're going to recruit other people as Southeast. We are going to pay them. Is it federal government? Is it not the same state governors who are owning teachers, who are owning pensioners? And then we must also ask ourselves, what are the things that are causing these insecurities? How is our governors handling it? Because this thing will, go count number one first before we talk about the next one. Are you
trying to say that the state governors have not tackled security challenges in their various states?
Yes, there's something I mentioned here some time ago. A situation whereby a husband and wife, they are working as civil servants in the state. And this one maybe is working in Abia or in the Ministry of Health. You are paying for her 14 months. The other one in secondary school, you are paying her 11 months. And the children and students, schooling in public school, they go to school and you chase them away for school fees. Where are their parents going to get money to pay? And then you see how you have exposed them to some certain, hazard that if care is not taken, they will take unlawful decisions. These things are a way whereby government is also creating a breeding ground for insecurity. So we must ask government to tackle these ones first. I am not encouraging everybody to take laws in their hands and do anything they want to do. But government must also, do their own first. And then this other one, you need to pay them. You need to pay them. They are humans. You need to pay them. Somebody who is just like what happened recently. Governor was asked the other day, this just last week, and saying you recruited workers at the local government level. They have worked for 1 year without payment. Some of them are borrowing money to transport themselves. Some of them even borrowing money and bribe their way to be recruited. And governor said that he had to ask them to help that thing because of the way the exercise was done, and then he was looking up to the minimum wage issue. And when he saw that they cannot go to the expectation, he stopped it. This one has worked for 1 year. And you want to ask them to go like that. So you're trying not a way of exposing them into security.
So you're trying to say that you don't see it working.
I'm here to see it work. It's workable. But for what is on ground now, among our governors, I am here to see it being worked out.
Okay. Now let's look at the operation. What do you think could be the setback? Do you want to react to what he said?
No.
Okay. And what do you think could be setback to this operation Amotekun? What do you think could be the lacuna that they should work on, that others can actually work on if they are to establish theirs?
Well, if The only area that can be a lacuna is issue of financing that organization. It's easy to come up with the paperwork and say we want to do this, we want to do that. Now the question is, will they be able to sustain the finance of that organization? Because we have seen beautiful ideas before now, beautiful proposals and all that. At the end of the day, the issue of finance will be a problem. So the Omotukun can survive and do very well if the governors make it compulsory that maybe on the 27th or 25th of every month, every governor must bring his own quota for the payment of the to the worker security men and other logistics. If you don't do that, that means it's not going to work out. So it's all rely on finance and dedication of the governors. The governors must ensure that if they agree to form such outfits, they must also finance it. It's not just coming to say we want to form this and you buy vehicles for them, you give them uniform, you give them gun, and they start working. And mind you, most of them who are into artisans or other jobs might now resign their former duties to give time to this security issue. So when at the end of the month you don't pay them, their children, their parents and their dependents will not be able to feed. So if you last for like some months, that zeal will die away, and before you know it, you go inside of his life. So it all depends on the commitment of the governors to finance it as I mean.
Okay, did you to the same line, and what are the setbacks you see in the security outfit?
Yes, the issue of finance that he has rightly mentioned. Secondly, we must still know that just like police force and the other military men, in their uniform you see their names and their numbers. If such a thing will also be, they copy such a thing and make sure that if I am seeing a particular person from a local recruited security person, I know this person's name is Uke, this person's name is Carlo this, and if the person goes out of context, then I can call. They should also have their channels of communication. I can also make my call and report to their officers and say, so person is doing so thing, so that you'll be able to put them on check, guide them, and know that they are doing the required thing. If not, people will be assigned, will receive their gun and go out of context and do whatever they want to do with the gun at the end of the day. That's why you see such a thing here. And I was telling you the truth where the video. We must say it. The Bakassi people, the government should look into them. I had a case in the hospital last year, and the boy was molested. The boy nearly died. Thank God for other human rights activists who are on top of the game right now. And that boy nearly died because a level just called Bakassi people and said, deal with this boy, do this. They did that boy. He nearly died. And when they saw that he nearly they were about to die, they released him. And that boy met him in the hospital. So we should also put this people on check.
Okay. Now, talking about what you just said, that there are fears that this outfit, should it be replicated in other geopolitical zones, could be used by some individuals to perpetrate other things other than what the outfit was launched for or was set up for. Now, do you agree with this? Do you share the same opinion with this particular set of Nigerians who are saying we don't really like this outfit because we know how some outfits like this, though they're not like a regional outfit, or other sub-regional outfits like this, how they let the modus operandi change due to some influences and some people now trying to use them to carry out some other actions.
Yes, that is why I say numbers and names should be given, because just like I mentioned Bakassi, you know it, the husband and wife will have problem. This one will call Bakassi for his wife or his husband, and Bakassi will enter into second marriage case. Another will have problem with another because he had a brother or a friend in Bakassi. They will call them and they'll just come and arrest and start molesting that person without knowing actually who is faulty, and so on and so forth. So many things like that. We know so many people that have lost their life. I mean, people who are really innocent and they lost their life. And that was how people lost confidence on this particular people, Bakassi, of old Bakassi. Let me use the word old Bakassi. So if names should be given, we have their office or zonal office, where people can report information of the misdeeds of these people, and then their names attached to their uniforms and their numbers, so that when I look at them, because if a policeman is coming close to me, I will be able to see his name and see his number, and if he misbehaves, I copy it and then report him. So likewise, such a thing should be done, so that people can be able to report back on what these people are doing on the field.
Okay. Do you share the same opinion?
Yes, and not only that, they should, the security outfit should have their website, whereby you can confirm the number to know if truly that person is a member of that organization. Because if you check before now, we used to hear stories of criminals who wear military uniforms and they rob. Sometimes you hear armed robbers who wear police uniforms to go and rob. So it will be also good for the governors to create a website for that outfit, one, and the photo, the address, and every information of every member should be on the net, so that if somebody commits a crime or something, you now check to be sure if he is a member of that outfit, not just wearing the uniform, but there should be a way to identify and confirm the authenticity of that person if he is a member of that outfit. So it will go a long way to ensure that people don't impersonate them to commit crime.
All right. Okay. So you're saying that proper documentation should be done to identify those who are members of Amotekun.
Yes.
Now, could this be the state policing that we have, or many people rather, have been clamoring for? Do you see this as evolving into a state police?
Well, you will not say it is a state police.
Do you see it in the future having the potential of becoming, evolving into that?
Well, the state governors have not agreed to go by that state policy, because presently they are still finding it difficult to even pay salaries of the existing workers they have. So if you say you want to form a state police, it will mean that their allocation has to increase, their resources or their IGR will come up before they can be able to handle it. The issue of security is very huge. It's a very big investment.
I don't see the IGR of these states increasing or improving anytime soon.
Unless there is an improvement in finance or the IGR of the states before they can think of that. Presently, it will be difficult for the government to say they want to float the state police. Even if the federal government should go ahead and approve it, it will be difficult for them to run it, unless the presidency will make a special provision, a special finance for that is off from their monthly allocation before they can be able to run the state police. But if you should float one now, it will be a difficult task for them to pay their workers and also run that state police. It will be a disaster, because already it's not easy for the governors to pay the minimum wage of 30,000 naira per month. They are still having serious challenge to pay that money. So if you float another state police now, my sister, it will not be an easy thing to go by.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, Mrs. Chima, do you see this evolving or having the potential? Could this be the state police that everyone has been, most Nigerians have been clamoring for? Do you see this as having the potential to simply become the state police?
Not actually, because the people they are going to recruit are low-income earners, hunters like you rightly mentioned and some other ones, and then apart from that, they don't have the basic academic requirement to be recruited into the police force. So there's no how you can, at the end of the day, turn them into state police just like that. But the governors, those who want state police, wants to have state police, at the end of the day, the lawmakers is here to give their consent to that. So what they are doing is to provide alternative in order to guide their state. So for now, that alternative is not yet the original, and there is no how that alternative can be the original because of the basic academic qualifications and the basic needed training is not yet there. I doubt if it will be there.
What if you made some points about reasons why it won't evolve or it cannot evolve into becoming a state police? What if in the course of this outfit, these men are trained? Some of them are sent to study, and some of them are given the adequate training on how to become professional security personnel. Don't you see this evolving into a state police?
If at the end of the day the lawmakers give their consent to it.
Okay, depends on the law.
Depends on the law.
And you don't see the lawmakers anytime soon.
There's still a disagreement over that so many state governors will turn into their political campaign talks, and that is why that is fear. Because among our lawmakers are people from different political parties, and that is the thing. So that is the fear, that is the insinuation. So we are here to come to that. Then the ones we have now, they are not being properly funded and paid. So why do we need more? But the truth is that the ones that are there, they are not being properly, they are underpaid. So that is the challenge.
All right. So finally, before actually before we close this segment, your final words. What's the way forward if we have to actually ensure that our states, communities, and the nation is fully secured? Final words.
My final words is number one, security is everyone's business. If you live anywhere or you are working anywhere and you notice that your neighbor is living far above his income, or you don't know what he or she is doing for a living, and then you see some movement, suspicious movement, please report to the nearest police station or security outfit. That alone will help not only you, but everyone living around here to make sure that there is adequate security. If you are a police personnel, please police well. Governors, please don't encourage insecurity in our state by recruiting and dumping and not paying people, thereby exposing their children to danger and other problems. Please, whatever you are doing, make sure that security is also your business. Help the police, help other security agents, and help your neighborhood by ensuring that you are also a good neighbor, a good citizen.
Okay.
That's my take.
Thank you very much, and to you, Mr. Goodluck.
Well, I would say that we have to compliment and support the police in their fight against crime. We have to, as a good citizen, report any movement or any person suspect to the police, and we should be law-abiding. We should also, ensure that we don't do things that will put another person at risk. So that is my final words.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for doing this with us this morning. Thank you, Mr. Vitus Chima, and thank you, Mr. Goodluck, Able, for joining me for discussing this. We shall be going on a break when we come back. Good morning, Abia continues. Don't go anywhere.
One-stop breakfast show on TV.
Yeah, you're still on to One Stop Breakfast program. Good morning, Abia. Yes, in our discussion segment, we discussed about the security, the security in Nigeria, Operation Amotekun, which was established in the southwestern part of Nigeria, and if it can be replicated in the southeastern part of Nigeria, talking about the possibility of having such an outfit. Well, it is on this note we draw the curtain on today's edition of Good Morning Abia. Do join us tomorrow, 8 a.m. for another edition on your darling station, MCL TV. Do stay tuned for Unasalachi.